Shalom and good day all, this is the Healing29 back again for some DC reviews, and for these DC reviews I'll be covering Brutal Dark issue 3, followed by the next issue of Detective Comics. I'll now get things ready and organised for the first one I'll be reviewing. So first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? In some essence, not so much, to which I give it a 6.5 out of 10. Next is the area of the internal art, as we have a look around the beginning, the middle and of course the end, along with what's happening inside the story with the characters. So as the story begins, we see that Ezra Kane has finally sort of like gotten in with some of the wrong crowd, as a little bit later on he moves on to a bit of a pub or a bar, and last but not least, towards the end, which leads to something that Ezra Kane is sort of like covering in his investigation. For the internal art, I give it a 7 out of 10. Next is the area of the story. So first things first, do we get anything time-wise? No, we don't. Next is the area of the location, to which the closest location I managed to get in the story was actually a bar. Next is the cast of characters, consisting of Ezra Kane, Carl, Jerry, and a couple of other characters. Commissioner Walsh. My overall rating for this story is a 6.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the next issue of Detective Comics. So as we move into the next issue of Detective Comics, which is issue 1108, first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? In some essence it does, to which I give it a 7 out of 10. Next is the area of the internal art, as we have a look around the beginning, the middle, and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we are in a bit of a flashback of sorts, to which we get to see Green Arrow, Batman, and of course this somewhat unnamed hero that comes into the picture, to which we get to see him here. I must admit, this is no different than, the only way to put it is the Robin story, which was done by Tim Seeley, and to which it sort of showed that Bruce Wayne originally first had a female Robin before a male one, or before having the male ones, and this is no different in relation to bringing in this particular hero here. And I'm not too sure how many people have sort of like caught on to that. And if anything, it's also the same application of bringing in the Court of the Owls. Of course, we move a little bit further within the story, and last but not least, towards the end. For the internal art, I give it a 7 out of 10. Next is the area of the story rating. So first things first, do we get anything comic book reference-wise? We certainly do, to the previous issue, which was recommended within the story. Next is the area of time, to which we have 10 years ago to an hour later, so basically from the 10 years ago to an hour later in the present. Next is the locations, to which we have Gotham, as well as, I can't make out my writing, it is terrible right now, but I'll just move on to the main cast of characters, to which we had Bruce Wayne Batman, Black Canary, Green Arrow, Prion, who is sort of like the name of the character, and Nico Mures, I think it is. My overall rating for this story is a 6 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colorful and have yourself an awesome day.